And protesters involved in yesterday's demonstrations in Melbourne have been labelled as disgusting and hypocritical. Around 15,000 people made the call for the shutdown of the military weapons expo clear, but it came at a pretty violent cost. Georgie Dickerson is in Melbourne for us once again. Georgie, it seems to be kicking off.
Yeah, good morning, Laura. It certainly has. We are currently walking with the protest crowd. There's around 100 people here this morning, so far less than we did see yesterday, and far less than the 25,000 people that organisers were expecting to see yesterday. Yesterday they only saw 1,500 people, but it's probably good news because we did see 1,500 people causing such damage across the streets of Melbourne. We saw police assaulted, horses assaulted. It was all a very chaotic scene there yesterday. They've all gone a little bit quiet for now, but Laura, this is also obviously protesting the end of that military weapons exhibition that is taking place in the convention centre. They want to see it shut down. They don't want to see it go ahead. The police commissioner, as well as the Victorian Police Association, absolutely slammed the behaviour that we saw yesterday and have issued a very stark warning for protesters today.
Stay home. Don't come. Look, you disgraced yourself yesterday. You're a disgrace to yourself and to any cause that you might have been representing. Stay home. Try and redeem yourself by that simple action today. But if you do feel intent to come, do what everybody else in the Australian community does. We make our point peacefully.
I want to say how appalled I am at the conduct of a large amount of the protesters. They come here to protest against anti-war, so presumably anti-violence. The only way I can describe them is a bunch of hypocrites.
27 police officers were injured in the protest yesterday. They were taken to receive medical treatment. There was an extra 1,800 officers that were brought out to help with these protests to ensure that they would remain peaceful, as well as 42 protesters that were arrested. Now, we asked people this morning why they were here. A lot of them didn't want to speak again. They kept covering their faces with their masks. But we asked them, there's a lot of people that are here screaming about Israel. We asked them, what about Iran? What about Russia? What about China? Do they want to go to their embassies and call for the ending of weapons over there? This is some of their responses. How are you going? Why are you here today?
Oh, it's okay. I'm not talking to me.
Well, you don't want to say why you're here?
No, there's other people that can talk with you.
What about Iran, China, Russia? Do you want them to stop and demilitarise some of those weapons? What do you want to see happen in those type of countries?
I want to see real change from the Australian government not making deals with genocidal weapons companies.
Are you out here today?
And all of the warmongering and the corporations and greed, institutionalised hatred and ignorance.
So, Laura, at the moment, some of them have just decided to sit down on the ground. As I said, it is far fewer people than we did see yesterday. They've just made their way down Flinders Street. They've now come across here. They're going back. They couldn't get, to the start of the convention centre as it was all blocked off from police. The police, yesterday, the protesters were able to get quite close to all of the delegates who were making their way inside. This time, police moved that corner off even further so that the protesters they couldn't even get into that side of the exhibition centre. And again, police have those powers still. They can search protesters, they can ask them to leave, and they can ask them to remove their masks if they need to do so. So, Laura, we will keep you updated on the developing situation here in Melbourne today.
Georgie, thank you.